Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge, where truth matters. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday. And it's live 1 to 3 p.m., but you can also find us on YouTube and Facebook Live and all the other social media sites as well. So you can always go back and look at a rerun if you'd like to do that. I'm going to encourage you really to look at this one. So we're going to be talking about the 10 simple ways to discourage break-ins. Okay, there's a lot of us are leaving, going on little trips, fall trips, looking at the beautiful leaves up north and those kinds of things. But when you leave home, you always, in the back of your mind, you always have to, what's going on? Am I going to be broken into? What's going to happen? Okay, so I'm going to give you some 10 really good, these are very simple ways that you can be prepared. And then hopefully this is not going to happen to you. So let's go ahead and talk about number one, and it's called don't showboat. Now what would don't showboat mean? Okay, that means leaving certain things just lying around your yard or in plain sight from the road can unwillingly lure thieves onto your property like a frantic bargain hunters to a flea market. Now, first, if you have a bicycle, a scooter that someone could easily walk away with, just roll it inside or into your garage. Also, after purchasing a new Plaza television screen, this is something that we've been doing for years. So for Christmas presents or a birthday or whatever, and you got something really, really nice for a present or for a gift for your family, and other pricing things, don't leave the box outside beside the trash can or your recycling bin. That tells people you have something brand spanking new that could fetch decent dollars on the street or at a pawn shop. There are some bad pawn shops around here who will accept anything knowing that it's probably stolen. It may also leave them wondering what other goodies are inside your home. You may also be showing off too much to people walking by your house as well. So make sure that you open up your curtains and blinds and stroll around the house and just look and see what's visible from outside. Open up the curtains, walk around, see what a thief could be looking at inside your home may cause them to want to break in. Or if you have a number of expensive items within plain sight or near the window, think about doing a minor design to move those things out of the way. Okay, this is number one. And so this is real good advice. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the second picture right here. That's tricking burglars. We want to trick them, don't we? Okay, so if burglars can tell that someone is home, there's a greater chance they won't attempt to break in. Now remember, more break-ins occur during the day when many people are at work. For that reason, when you leave the house, you need to create an illusion that someone is still there. You can leave a light on along with music or your television for good measure. A lot of folks do that. Folks say, well, that's using too much electricity. No, it's actually insurance. If someone thinks you might be home watching television, it's going to deter them. Now, of course, if you're not going to be burning up that electricity by turning off the lights, just make sure you've installed compact fluorescent bulbs that last longer and are better for the environment. That's what we do. All of our light bulbs have been changed, so it doesn't really matter how long we leave it on. So you can also mentally fake them by putting out a home security sign in your front yard, whether you have this system or not. Now, we actually do have the system, and we have to do that, but it won't guarantee they won't test it out because a lot of people are doing that nowadays. So according to the Office of Community-Oriented Police Service, most residential thieves stay away from houses if they see a sign that says there is definitely a security system. But I will tell you what, our security system is so worth it. I absolutely love it. And what's so fun is that, if the wind blows, I get an alert on my cell phone. I don't know if you would be able to see this or not. And that's what I love about this, the security system. So there's a timeline, and I get an alert every time somebody goes to the front door, every time the cat walks by. I'm okay with that. Okay, let's see if I can find one I can let you look at really quick. And this one was at 3:02 p.m. So let me go ahead and see if I can pull that up real quick. And what it'll do is it'll give me the time, it tells me how long, and it tells me whether it's the front door, the back door, or either of the sides. I'm going to know. Even in a dining room, if somebody were to break in our house and they try to get out through the sliding glass window, they're not going to be able to. I mean, we're going to find them, we're going to spot them. And also, this security system, if somebody is in the front yard, I can actually click on the picture and it will let me view the history, but it'll also let me talk to them. So there's the video right there. That's just the wind is just blowing, but that's fine with me. We're cool with that. And also I can make the picture bigger so it looks like that. So you can see, that's my front porch right there. So you can see if somebody's coming in. So if it's somebody coming in, they look a little bit shady, like we had a FedEx delivery. Well, it's the same guy, so we knew he was not going to break in. And so it was so funny. So he breaks in. I'm actually taping a show with somebody, and so I look down at my phone and I could see him laying the package there, taking a picture of it, and then leaving. So that's pretty cool. That you can know if you're busy inside the house, and maybe if it's just good for all kinds of reasons. And it's less than $30 a month, so worth it. So I just encourage you. It's called Simply Safe, okay? I encourage you to get Simply Safe. We've not had any problems with it. Well, we've had a couple of issues, but the customer service has been really quick to click on it, okay, and work that out. But anyway, that's what I definitely engage you to do. Now let's go on ahead and look at this one right here. Secure sliding doors and windows. Yes, secure ones. So let's talk about that for a minute. So you can easily break into some of the older sliding glass windows. Do you know that? You sure can. So by simply popping them off of their frame, even when they're locked. So it's harder to do that with the newer ones, but you should still take extra precaution to secure them since they can be inviting entry for burglars. Simply take out a strong dowel, and then you'll get a steel bar or 2x4 and slide it into the back groove. Now, this is doing this from inside, okay? That way, even if people can pick the lock, the rod stops the door from springing back, sliding back, and opening up. So that's just a real good thing you can do. Although you should always lock your windows before you are leaving the house. Always lock your windows, please. You can still install a simple pin or nail into the frame to stop it from raising more than just a few inches. Because people, burglars, they know how to do this stuff. This will add an additional layer of security in case somebody pops off that screen and you have the window unlocked. Now, if you have a wooden window frame, you can still drill a hole at the desired height above the sash. That way they won't be able to get it in. Now, where the top and the bottom window meet, you can insert a thick metal pin or a sturdy nail into that hole. You can also remove the stopper if you want to open the window completely and put it back in for security. And also remember to check window air conditioning units. If you can jimmy the window up from the inside, add a stopper to that frame. So let me tell you what happened. We had a store in Boaz, Alabama. We had the cell phone stores. Okay, I was unaware of this, but I had a crew of people who were working for me. Okay, you be careful with employees. And this happened to be my sister's sister-in-law was involved in this stealing, okay, that was going on. And working my Boaz store. And what happened was she claimed that she was working late, and it was just a rip-roar thing that happened. Over like $3,000 was missing. It was just a mess. But what happened, we got a call from the police in Boaz. So several of those people, she had a crime going here. They removed the air conditioner from the back. Yeah, it was on the ground inside that Boaz store. So they removed the air conditioner and see if somebody who worked there, they knew what the security code was. So they came in, did the security code, and then removed that air conditioner, and the cops caught them. So anyway, make sure that your air conditioner, if you have air conditioner, make sure that that's secure. If we'd had it secure, well, we just thought, just having the alarm system would be enough. But when it's internal, like it was with us, and the crime wave like that happened, well, then it was hard for us to do anything with. We did capture. I got from my sister's sister-in-law. I did get the money back. It was a lot of money, and then one person was actually had to go to jail and stayed there for quite a while. And so, And if you own a business or a home, don't be. People need to pay for their dirty deeds, okay? So if somebody does something like that, they need to pay, okay? All right, now let's look at this one right here. This is don't leave a spare key out. Oh my goodness, how many people have done that? Okay, so it seems like a good idea to leave a spare key hidden under a flower pot or a doormat in case you get locked out of your house. That's only an open invitation for a burglar to walk inside without any difficulty. Someone could also see you retrieve the key at some point, giving away your hiding place. So instead, give a spare to a neighbor you know very well or a friend who lives nearby for safekeeping. Since most people now own cell phones, if you lock yourself out, you can call for help or walk over to the neighbor's house. You could also put the spare into a combination lockbox and hide that somewhere outside. Remember to never put any identifying information on your house keys. If you lose them and someone finds them, it could be fairly easy to trace them back. Okay, don't forget about that. To trace them back to your home and break in. Okay, same thing with dogs and dog collars. That kind of makes me nervous because people sometimes own their dog and the dog gets lost. It's neat to know that, that they can find you. Don't put the address, only put your telephone number on there, okay? And so that's just a smart thing to do. Okay, now let's talk about this one. We talked about the key. So let's talk about securing your yard. Yeah, let's talk about that. Tall shrubs and overgrown trees are welcome hiding places for criminals to wait until the coast is clear to get into your house. Now, that doesn't mean you need to cut down every plant in your yard. I mean, you want to keep everything looking nice and freshly manicured, but low shrubs in front of windows remove additional coverings for thieves, okay, if they attempt to break in through one. Cut away any tall branches that reach upper story windows and protect against attacks from above. Okay, you got to think like a criminal, okay? If you regularly trim larger bushes and tree branches, this also eliminates dark shadows that help hide intruders. So that's the first thing they look for. So this type of security measure is referred to as crime prevention through environmental design. In other words, called CPTD. These are strategies that aim to prevent crime by creating an outdoor environment that makes it difficult to pull off. Its four tenets are, first of all, number one, natural surveillance, okay? Keep entryways to your home visible to prevent people from being able to sneak up. Okay, number two, territorial reinforcement, using landscaping and design to define your territorial space. Number three, natural access control, adding hindrances to easily access your property. For instance, holly bushes and other thorny shrubs around your homes. Put some good old-fashioned rose bushes out there. That'll get them. Okay, target hardening, structural security such as deadbolts and double-paned windows. Now, you can implement these techniques in various combinations depending on your property. You can also spruce up the appearance of your yard as an added bonus. And if you're ever thinking about reselling your home, this is an awesome thing to do. Let me give you the website, then we're going to cut into a commercial break. home.howstuffworks.com. home.howstuffworks.com. We'll be right back in just a minute. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took MyPillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented MyPillow to bring you the best pillow in history, MyPillow 2.0. Because of all of you, MyPillow 2.0 has been a huge success, and now we're bringing you our best-selling Go Anywhere MyPillows with the same temperature-regulating technology. Made with my patented adjustable fill and brand-new cooling fabric, they're truly the next generation of MyPillow. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save over 60% on our MyPillow 2.0 4-pack special. You'll get 2 MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows. Regular $259.92, now only $99.98. King size just $10 more. This is a limited time offer, so please order now.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
We're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. You can find us, Truth Matters, okay? So we're telling you the truth right now. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And, don't forget the podcast, okay? That's thenetcasters.com, thenetcasters.com. We're talking about ways you can avoid being broken into, okay? I'm out here for you, and I want to make sure that you're completely safe. All the things you've worked really hard for are going to be safe and secure. These are some fantastic tips. The website is home.howstuffworks.com. Let's check this one out right here. Get police help, okay? We love our police enforcement. We're very supportive of our police. So police can help you stop crime before it happens rather than just responding to it. For instance, if you're leaving town for a while, let the police know and request that they drive by your property to check on things. Now, many police stations also offer free security evaluations for your property. If your local jurisdiction has a crime prevention officer, find out if he or she can survey your property and help you identify any security steps that you can implement. I'm telling you, law enforcement, I support law enforcement. Take advantage of a recent trend in police practices called community policing, and see if that's in your community. Community policing involves officers being assigned to a neighborhood beats where they can make a greater effort to build relationships with the residences. This may include walking instead of driving through or setting up community safety workshops. If the police in your area practice this, get to know the officers who patrol your neighborhood. Successful community policing has been linked to lowered crime in healthier neighborhoods and could lower the chances of break-ins. Absolutely, they could. Okay, now let's go in just for a second, and we're going to talk about preparing before you go on vacation. Okay, now look at that. What does that say to a thief? Okay, there's your mailbox. Tons of mail in there. You know what that's going to tell a thief? That's going to tell them that you're not around. That's going to tell you you're probably on a lengthy vacation. And you're not back yet, because what's the first thing people do when they get home from a lengthy vacation? They're going ahead and take all the mail out of the mailbox. Okay, you're always anxious to see what's in there. Hopefully it's not a bunch of bills. But residential crime spikes up during July and August as people set up on summer vacations. Now it spikes again this time of the year, now right around October, because a lot of folks go to the mountains and a lot of folks want to go out there and check those beautiful leaves that are like an hour or two away, and you're taking those long weekend trips, or if you're like us seniors, throughout the week instead, because it's a lot cheaper that way. So residential crimes do increase. Now, as mentioned earlier, if you're going out of town for an extended period of time, call your local police and let them know. Also, alert your neighbors, the ones you trust, about your trip, and ask if they'll keep an eye on your property during that time. That's what we do. We have something worked out with our neighbors across the street, Raj and Mary. So we're going somewhere, we let them know. And then that way they'll know to kind of keep an eye out. And we do the same for them. Okay, so more importantly, when you leave town, don't leave signs of an empty house. Let's talk about that. What are some of the signs? Okay, they'll only make your house look like a giant bullseye to a thief. First of all, if you have a home phone, don't change the message to alert callers that you've left town. Okay, don't do that. Also avoid having piled up mail. We talked about that just a few minutes ago. Overgrown lawns, newspapers that are just around all over the yard that can send surefire signals you're miles away. So have a friend house sit, or at least pick up your mail and your newspapers. Ask them to move your car periodically if you want to do that, just to make it look like you're still around. Now, during the winter, if you live in a cold weather climate, consider having someone shovel snow and pay them for it, okay, from your driveway. In the summers, arrange for somebody to cut your grass. That's a great idea. Okay, let's talk about this one right here. Now, we just talked about the mail. That's okay. That tells a thief they're not home when you see that mailbox. So let's talk about this one, getting to know your neighbors. Okay, this is pretty cool right here. So getting to know the neighbors you live is one of the most important safety steps that you can take. Closer-knit neighborhoods generally report fewer break-ins because strangers will stick out, and people are more likely to keep a casual eye on their neighbor's security. Neighborhood watch programs started in the 1960s, and they can be very effective. They can be hugely effective at keeping those things down. Okay, let me get back. My internet did a little weird thing right there just a few seconds ago. Getting to know your neighbors, getting to know you. There we go. All right, and these programs, again, are worth a lot. So according to the National Crime Prevention Council, more than 30 million people in the United States have joined these groups. Studies have consistently found that watch programs effectively reduce crime and violence in neighborhoods. The National Sheriff's Association oversees a nationwide watch group organization and offers a number of resources for starting and joining one. So let me go ahead and mention this to you as well. So if you rent a house or an apartment, and you have more incentive to get to know your community, because renters are 85% more likely to experience a break-in. This may be because renters aren't as likely to watch out for one another. They think they're more short-term. Could be, you moved into an area because you've been transferred for a short period of time. they're normally not as likely to fit right into the mold there as well. And I want to tell you about a couple of them. I've got time. Okay, so we had someone. We were living in Oxford, so we had someone who was actually working on the roof of the house. And so my neighbor, who was an awesome lady, and a lot of folks said, aren't you afraid she's a little bit nosy? And I said, no, she's not nosy to me. I'm glad she watches out for him, because I was gone weird times. I mean, so I worked in the corporate world. I could fly out and go somewhere at any time. And it was great to have her there. And so she saved me from a lawsuit. And let me tell you how she did it. So the guy who was working on the roof had been drinking. Okay, so he was drunk. It was like a big, huge 2-story antebellum home. So he's walking across the roof, staggering, falls off the roof. She saw him fall. Okay, so the police came out there and all this kind of stuff. It was while I was gone. So she told him exactly what happened. She said, well, he was drunk. She said, I saw him when he got out of his truck. She said he was staggering and just kind of walking around. And she said, I look out after Donna, and I know when Donna's out of town. And so that's what I'm telling you, get to know your neighbors. She saved me from 6-figure lawsuit. So she told about him walking up on the ladder, and she was afraid he was going to fall off the ladder. So she kept watching. So just in case, she's the one actually called the police and called for help for him. And she said he gets up there and just falls off. And so he claimed that he fell on his hands because my roof was slippery. And she said, no, it's because he was drunk. So see, that saved me. That saved my rear. I'll tell you, it sure most certainly did. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, stay vigilant, okay, and lock it up. Now, as mentioned earlier, more than 40% of break-ins happen without the use of force. So this means a lot of people are leaving their houses without even locking the doors or the windows. Please don't be one of those people. Okay, if you have a thumb latch lock and a deadbolt on your door, always lock the deadbolt. And then double check wicker doors such as patios and sliding ones to make sure those locks are strong enough to withstand kicks. Now, when you leave your home, don't forget to lock up the door leading from the garage to the inside, even if your garage door is down. Someone can easily open up your garage door. You may also need to change your locks to stronger ones to keep those would-be burglars. We have deadbolts on everything at both of our houses. Okay. So for more detailed information about choosing a lock, you can visit links on the page, and let me give you this website once again. That's home.howstuffworks.com. It's a fabulous website, absolutely, but stay vigilant, okay? And also another thing that was not mentioned in this article, when you're going on a trip, we went to San Antonio for our wedding anniversary. We didn't tell a soul. Of course, Mother knew, but we didn't tell many people at all about this. And we did not do any pictures, like we're here, none of that stuff. We just took some shots, screenshots, and put those out later. But all you're doing, I personally know a friend of mine who went on a vacation, came back, sent pictures from Facebook. Hey, we're in whatever town they were in, and then came back. Their house had been ransacked. Somebody had been following them on Facebook, so be really careful about that. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge. Truth matters. It most certainly does. If you have any ideas, something you would like for me to research, I'll be glad to do that for you. You can send an email, and I'll get it covered for you, I promise. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television. We are syndicated. Thanks, Rob, for letting that happen. On Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget, thenewscasters.com. That's our podcast. Hope you have a great one.